Soon may the wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the stripping is done, we'll take our leave and go. Ahoy, mateos! Welcome to Rogue Mother Rising. Today is, what is today? Today is March 4th, 2026, 4:14 a.m. Pirate time. So I posted my video last night about the judge refusing to dismiss our guardianship, and I mean, this could cause a lot of chaos in some people's lives. Luckily for us, I don't think it's going to be too bad, and hopefully we can just get this fixed before it gets too chaotic for me and my son. So the judge was absolutely right in his decision. It's obvious my son needs a guardian, and that's why this is a problem. Everybody can see it, but nobody wants to do anything to make people actually safe. I'm guessing that the lady that came to our house and interviewed us for guardianship told the judge, you know, we're doing it because this whole issue that came up with the strip club, monthly strip club night for the clients and the care providers, paid care providers to enjoy together. Anyway, so I did want to make that clear that I believe that makes my case stronger, that something has gone seriously, seriously wrong in the IDD community. Nobody's advocating for them like they should be advocated for. So I'm doing it. My son clearly needs a guardian. He cannot evaluate risk. He cannot navigate complex social situations. He cannot protect himself legally. He cannot fully understand consent in adult environments. So yeah, the judge was correct. But here's where the conflict begins. Because at the same time that a court recognizes that he needs a guardian, law enforcement and protective agencies told me that if I'm not legally appointed as guardian, I have no standing, no voice, no authority, no opinion. Let that sink in. If I don't have guardianship, I can't intervene. If I try to obtain guardianship, I'm buried in regulatory conflict, financial stress, and policy barriers. If I am too poor to comply with every bureaucratic demand, I risk losing standing. So what exactly is a parent supposed to do? This is not about ego. It's not about control. This is about structural contradiction. We have civil rights law emphasizing autonomy, Medicaid systems emphasizing compliance, protective services emphasizing legal standing, courts emphasizing necessity of guardianship, agencies restricting who can be paid, and families caught in the middle. The judge affirmed what I've been saying all along. My son needs someone to make decisions for him. That validates my position. But here's the deeper issue. Besides the fact that all of these high-paid governmental people are fine with this and they have whatever happened to, but here's the deeper issue. The same system that says he needs a guardian also makes it nearly impossible for low-income mothers to safely hold a role without sacrificing financial survival. Because parents of severely disabled kids, we're not out there going to college for a 10-year degree. We're not out there, among the professionals. And if they were, they take care of their severely disabled child long enough, they're not going to be able to do it for long. You have to call in sick. You have doctor's appointment. You have phone calls. This being a parent of a special needs child is a whole career in itself. Meanwhile, group homes can be paid, professional guardians can be paid, agencies can be paid, administrators can be paid. But the mother, the 24-hour presence, the one who has been there since birth, she must prove herself over and over. And when she raises concerns, she is told she has no authority unless she has legal paperwork. But when she seeks the paperwork, she is scrutinized in ways strangers are not. That's institutional drift. We closed the big institutions decades ago promising community inclusion, safety, oversight, and dignity. But what we built instead is a maze of fragmented authority. And when policies collide, the most vulnerable person stands in the center. My son. He cannot advocate for himself in court. He cannot challenge policy inconsistencies. He cannot file complaints. He cannot understand jurisdictions. But I can, and I will. This is not rebellion against guardianship. This is a call for policy alignment. If the court recognizes guardianship is necessary, then the surrounding systems must respect the guardian's voice. If the protective services require legal standing, then families must not be financially penalized for pursuing it. If the state believes someone is incapable of self-direction, then autonomy language cannot be used to silence legitimate safety concerns. We cannot have it both ways. Either he needs protection or he doesn't. And if he does, then the mother advocating for him cannot be treated as an inconvenience. This is bigger than just my family. This affects every parent of a profoundly intellectually disabled adults. Because here's the fear no one wants to say out loud. If guardianship becomes too burdensome, if poor families cannot maintain it, if the bureaucratic strain forces them out, who fills the vacuum? Professional guardians, agency administrators, systems, and that may not work for some, but it cannot become the quiet default simply because a mother cannot absorb unlimited stress and financial pressure. I'm not attacking the judge. I believe he made the legal call, but his decision exposes the structural fault line in the system, and I am here to shine a light on it. This is Rogue Mother Rising, not against civil rights, not against integration, not against guardianship, but against policy contradictions that silence the very people who are trying to protect the profoundly vulnerable. And I will continue speaking because my son deserves a system that makes sense. What do you think of that? See, when I read through all of these, it helps me be a better talker when I have to talk to these people. And I told my husband, this is actually wonderful, you know? The judge sees that he obviously needs somebody to help him make decisions. So how can these group homes and these ombudsmen and these disability rights organs and all these people tell me to just shut my pie hole? He's an adult. He can make his own decisions, period, because of his autonomy. Well, that's all going to change. Some people don't have the ability to be autonomous. They need people to speak up for them. And that's what I'm doing, starting with my very own son. See you on the next sale. Ahoy, Matios.